one functioning operating room for 2 days. It took 48 hours to start the real operating theatre beds, not sufficient monitors. But again, from the old building, from the old big hospital, all these things were brought. Majority of the victims were either younger or elderly groups. Simple depressed fracture, sorry, compound depressed fracture. We had all kind of head injuries, all kind of head injuries. So total number of patients who were brought in this hospital were more than 3,000. This is a record from National Trauma Center. Total number of neurosurgical patients, total of the patients who's
being in oxygenation, maintaining the circulation, and assess the response to resuscitation, really important, maintaining the airway, etc. So stage 3 is normally when we're starting to get into a major hospital, and we've done a secondary survey, and you will know from your ATLS training there are many algorithms and processes, and I didn't want to put these up because they're well known to you. But from our point of view, really the important thing is the history. What is the mechanism of the trauma? What's occurred to that patient in the time that since the traumatic event? Have they improved? Are they deteriorating? What is the CNS? And your repeated head-to-toe examination is important, because you really cannot, unfortunately, be absolutely attention purely on that, because it'll distract you. You must have a system. And yesterday of Australia, the land mass of Australia is spread around the coast. In large areas of Australia, a third of wild camels in the world, and they were reported other products around Australia. We have 750,000 people. And it varies from the tropics, which are wet, lots of sugarcane, bananas, other fruits, lots of rain. The Great Barrier Reef, on very straight roads, it does not stop all the time. So in our country, commonly, the common cause of injury are as well road traffic accidents, falls, perhaps more industrial falls, but increasingly falls of the age, and interpersonal violence. And because we have so many people living away and distant to where we are, we have implemented a trauma system of our own. In North Queensland, we did a review of our trauma, and we implemented a trauma system where we applied this management of acute neuro trauma for rural locations, which Peter and I have been involved in I think it's the 3rd edition now. And we also, because of our general surgery location, with our support and supervision, will undertake at home, asking the registrar to do it. The registrar who's keen to do an operation loves going to see an stroke. Just shortly, if you would have mentioned that to me 5 or 10 years ago, I was very nihilistic. So I don't think we should be so negative, and it may well be over time that we will be over. And I've been involved in some of the trials, for example, in the 21 immunosteroids called Lazaroid after Lazarus, I assume, magnesium, other things we all make as surgeons when not to operate. It's much easier.
So many ligaments being involved, the joint capsules, allowing so many movements, and the intimate relation with this vascular structure, vertebral artery and internal carotid artery. And the unique anatomy and responsibility of the upper cervical spine, which has to carry on with a heavy head and allowing a lot of movements, and at the same time maintaining and protecting the neural structures. Luckily, in that region, we can see the area is so wide. So when a patient with this injury comes, they don't usually have a very significant neurological deficit. Those who have would have died at the spot. So those who present, basically present with pain, instability. Now it's the most feared of all spinal injury because of its high mortality, as I just mentioned, and a serious neurological sequelae if it occurs. Like these are the different kinds of mechanisms of injury. They presented within 6 to 9 months of the injury, because in 5 to 20%, the diagnosis is initially missed. For our experience, the fall was the most common cause, like in Nepal where the fan is trying to harvest honey from a cliff. So very dangerous way of life. Now presentation, 97 of these our patients had associated head injuries. So we had to manage the head injuries simultaneously. There was only neck pain in most of these patients and some radicular pain. Please note down that only 44% of these patients had some neurological deficit with quadrant paresis, upper limb paresis, and some even cranial nerve palsy, basically lower cranial and the fifth cranial nerve palsy. Respiratory problem is a very I would say the factor that determines the outcome because of the involvement of the phrenic nerve as well as the intercostal nerve in these injuries.
Role of fixation. Single level, double level, which type of fixation, there is always controversy. And another controversy is either by the orthopedic surgeon or the neurosurgeon. This is controversy all over the world. But what we feel is that orthopedic surgeons and neurosurgeons are the two parts of the same coin. So they should work together in a department, in a hospital, so both can be involved in the same case. For example, we have started a good practice at our hospital with neurosurgeons. Ortho, below the thoracic region, bony part by the orthopedic surgeon, cervical injuries and as a whole neural part in the spine by the neurosurgeon. We put the implants for the neurosurgeon, decompress and all the neural elements. So that should be the practice what we think in Nepal. Now, grossly speaking, there are five parameters for the surgery in spine instability of any type: infection, deformity, paralysis, either by trauma or some infections or something else, and tumors. And our teaching should not be like this. The books are written by the Western countries, and while treating a patient, we should think of our geography, our patient's level, their economy, and our facilities in where we work. So the treatment may be somewhat modified from the book as written, or there may be some modification in the treatment. Now, in the early days, before 2000, most of the cases of spine fractures were treated conservatively, and the conservative treatment included bed rest, hyperextension casts like this, braces, and delayed mobilization with the brace. And the surgeries at that time commonly done was decompression, laminectomy, and sometimes fixation, as already shown by Professor Devkota yesterday. And these are not my cases, but these are the cases that before I graduated from BNB Hospital. Previously, around 2000 to 2006, at that time, anterior fixation, corpectomy, bone graft, or with a fixation with a cage and screw was done. And this is immediate post of excess of those time, and this is after 6 weeks. And in most of the cases, it did well. But in many of the cases, there were implant failure. Either it is an unstable fixation, or patients were mobilized early, or some technical error. So there are implant failure. And also in anterior fixation, the surgery was challenging. The anterior approaches with orthopedic surgeons are not so familiar. Sometimes we require general surgeons during the operation. There was more blood loss, and it was more demanding. The trend was to do posterior surgeries with pedicle screws and rods, and single level fixation, one level above and one level below the fracture site, posteriorly, and with a deconnecting rod. And this is another case with the same fixation with pedicle screws, rod, deconnector, and the results were good. But these were also not free of complications. There were implant breakage, in which kyphosis and deformity, and sometimes some neurological complications. So this was also absolute after 2010. Sometimes some neurosurgeons and orthopedic surgeons visiting to our Nepal and working with us, they suggested us to fix 3 levels, including the fracture site when the pedicle is intact. So this is 3-level fixation. It obviated some types of angulation and implant failure.
आदरणीय दर्शकहरू, यो प्रसङ्गलाई मैले निरन्तरता दिइराखेको छु। यतिखेर मसँग हुनुहुन्छ अर्थोपेडिक सर्जन डाक्टर प्रमोद लामिछाने हुनुहुन्छ। एलाइफ हस्पिटल एन्ड ट्रमा केयर सेन्टर भरतपुरका डाइरेक्टर पनि हुनुहुन्छ। आफैमा एउटा यङ्गेस्ट अर्थोपेडिक र निकै राम्रो गर्नुभएको छ चिन्तन। उहाँले अर्थोपेडिक ट्रमालाई हेर्ने हो भने आफ्नो हिसाबले गर्नुभएको छ, राम्रो इम्प्रुभमेन्ट छ, रिजल्ट छ उहाँको। आजको विषयभित्र रहेर मैले उहाँसँग नेपालमा स्पाइनल इन्जुरी हुनु बिरामीको यो कारण हुनुको पछाडि के कारणहरू छन् र सर्जरी अर्थात् यसको ट्रिटमेन्ट कसरी गरिरहेछ र यसको नतिजा के छ, हामी यो विषयमा छलफल गर्दैछौँ। डाक्टरलाई स्वागत छ।
हस्, धन्यवाद।
मैले यहाँलाई त्यही प्रश्न दिइहालेँ। नेपालमा स्पाइनल इन्जुरीको बिरामीको अवस्था के छ, ठ्याक्कै कारण के छन् र त्यसको नतिजा के छ सर्जरी पछाडि?
नेपालमा मुख्य स्पाइनल इन्जुरी हुने कारण मध्येमा चाहिँ रुखबाट लड्नु, भिरबाट लड्ने अथवा कहीँबाट लड्ने छ। तर एज अ होलमा समस्त यो विश्वको कुरा गर्ने हो भने चाहिँ रोड ट्राफिक एक्सिडेन्ट बढी छ। तर नेपालमा चाहिँ भिरबाट लड्ने अथवा कतै गाडीबाट लड्ने, जेबाट लडे पनि लड्ने चाहिँ धेरै छ। र मैले विगत 15 वर्षदेखिको डाटाहरू नेपालको विभिन्न हस्पिटलहरूको केलाएर हेरेँ। जस्तै मैले बिएनबी हस्पिटल जहाँ धेरै ट्रमाको बिरामीहरूको उपचार हुन्छ, त्यस्तै मैले काठमाडौँको टिचिङ हस्पिटलको, त्यस्तै पोखराको गण्डकी हस्पिटलको, प्लस हामीले भरतपुरमा अहिले 5 वर्षदेखि गरेको अलाइभ हस्पिटलको डाटाहरू केलाएर हेर्दाखेरि सन् 2000देखि अगाडि चाहिँ प्राय स्पाइनल इन्जुरी भएका बिरामीहरूलाई कन्जर्भेटिभ भनेको अपरेसन नगरिकन उपचार गरिँदो रहेछ।
डाक्टर साहब, जस्तो एकैछिन यहाँलाई म रोक्न चाहेँ, न्युरो सर्जरीलाई बढी फोकस गरे पनि स्पाइन आयो। यहाँहरू अर्थोपेडिक सर्जन हुन्छ, हिसाबले कोर्डिनेसन गरिरहनु भएको छ, तपाईँ आफै पनि केस गरिरहनु भएको छ। स्पाइन सर्जरीको बारेमा जस्तो अस्ट्रेलियनहरू, एसियनका राम्रा अनुभवी न्युरो सर्जनहरू यहाँ उपस्थित हुनुहुन्छ यो गोष्ठीमा। उहाँहरूबाट दिइने कुराहरू र यहाँहरूले दिइने कुरा बिच पक्कै पनि भेरिएसन आउँछ। नेपालले पनि प्रयास गर्दैछ भन्ने कुराहरू, उहाँहरूको कुराबाट हामीले के लर्न गर्न सक्छौँ र त्यसलाई के फलोअप गर्न सक्छौँ, के एक्सपेक्ट गर्न सक्छौँ?
हामीले उहाँहरूबाट धेरै कुराहरू सिक्न सक्छौँ। अहिले जति पनि प्रगतिहरू भइरहेको छ उपचारको पद्धतिमा, त्यो वेस्टर्न कन्ट्रिजहरूबाटै, डेभलप कन्ट्रीहरूबाटै हामीले सिकेर त्यही कुरा किताबमा आएर त्यही पढेर नै एप्लाई गरिराखेको हो। जस्तै मैले जोडिरहेको थिएँ, 2000 भन्दा अगाडि प्राय अपरेसन गरिएको थिएन। अब अहिले अपरेसनको रेट एकदम बढेको छ। अहिले 2010देखि यता आएपछि लगभग हामीले इन्टरनेसनल लेभलको, जस्तै अस्ट्रेलियामा हुने, युकेमा हुने, अमेरिकामा हुने लेभलको उपचार चाहिँ नेपालमा सुरुवात भएको जस्तो लाग्छ। यो सन्देश दिउँ। प्लस उहाँले देखाउने स्लाइडहरूमा पनि प्राय त्यही नै देखाउनु भएको छ। अपरेसन प्लस छिटो मोबिलाइजेसन, कम खर्चमा छिटो मोबिलाइज गर्ने चाहिँ अहिले के अरे तरिकाहरू आएको छ र रिजल्टहरू पनि धेरै राम्रो छ।
Here in this circumstance, 100 ml or 20% mannitol, or you may choose an appropriate dose of 3% normal hypertonic saline. We didn't think this was a good response because you shouldn't go on with the X-ray here. It's more important to resuscitate the patient. The patient is unconscious, has obstructive breathing, the left pupil is now dilated. The heart rate is 55, the blood pressure is 200 on 120, flexing to pain on the left and extending to pain on the right. In response to this patient's condition, you now have the options of applying oxygen mask and starting IV fluids. As above, and call a retrieval team. So in Australia, there's a number on every phone in these small hospitals. You ring that number and you contact the central retrieval office, say for North Queensland, and then they take control of the retrieval of that patient. So that's an option for you. Intubate, hyperventilate, give mannitol, and call the retrieval team. So who would choose A? Who would choose B? Who would choose C? Yes, so you shouldn't abrogate your responsibility in that you are still in control of this patient. It is important to contact the retrieval team in our circumstance to evacuate the patient, but you must initiate measures that are important in the resuscitation of this patient. Time critical measures that will, if implemented correctly, improve outcome. So if you chose A, the oxygen mask and IV and oxygen have a place drugs in early to X-ray, but they're not appropriate in this circumstance. Calling the retrieval team itself we would consider as the best decision, because what you're doing there is you're not actually treating the patient in front of you, you're implementing a measure that might be helpful later on. But in option number 3, the patient is deteriorating and they may lose their airway. The pupil is dilated, a retrieval team should be notified. However, the patient needs further immediate resuscitation. And intubation, hyperventilation, mannitol and or hypertonic saline stabilise the patient. Now, you would have seen me show the front this morning, the front cover of our guidelines protocol. And in that guidelines protocol, the time of 2 hours is about our crucial time, and in what we use as a time frame we use as a guideline as to whether we can get the patient from that hospital to our hospital to do the surgery, or we should consider the surgery being done at that location. So we think 2 hours is about the time, and it's generally considered. If the retrieval is more than 2 hours away, the patient doesn't respond to it, you may need to discuss with the neurosurgical team, and we will discuss with you the role of emergency surgery itself.
आदरणीय दर्शकहरू, हामी यति बेला डाक्टर बेन्जु रश्मि प्रधानसँग छौँ। उहाँ बीपी कोइराला मेमोरियल क्यान्सर अस्पतालको न्युरोसर्जरी डिपार्टमेन्टमा हुनुहुन्छ। नेपालमा हामीले न्युरोसर्जनको सङ्ख्या र बिरामीको समस्या भएका बिरामीको अवस्था हेर्ने भने धेरै भेरिएसन पाउँछौँ। बिरामीको माग अनुसार चिकित्सकको सङ्ख्या छैन र पछिल्लो समय बल्ल हामीले विभिन्न मेडिकल सिटीको रूपमा डेभलप भएको ठाउँमा न्युरोसर्जरीको विकास भएको देख्छौँ र सीमित न्युरोसर्जनहरू हुनुहुन्छ। यो देशकै समस्या छ र त्यसमध्ये पनि अझ महिला न्युरोसर्जनको सङ्ख्या गण्य हो भने अत्यन्तै न्यून छ। अहिले एमसिएच गर्दै गरेका केही महिला न्युरोसर्जनहरू हुनुहुन्छ र त्यसपछि पास आउट सम्भवतः केही न्युरोसर्जनमध्ये डाक्टर बेन्जु रश्मि प्रधान पनि एक हुनुहुन्छ। यसलाई स्वागत छ।
धन्यवाद।
यो वर्कसपमा यहाँ हुनुहुन्छ, तपाईँ विभिन्न देशमा पनि यस्तै किसिमका अलिक फरक प्याटर्नको न्युरोसर्जरी भित्रकै वर्कसपमा पनि तपाईँले सहभागिता लिनुभयो होला। ठ्याक्क आजको यो जुन वर्कसप छ नि, तपाईँको त स्पेसली क्यान्सर हस्पिटलमा ब्रेन ट्युमरलाई बढी फोकस गरिन्छ भनौँ न, ट्युमर ओरिएन्टेड सर्जरीहरू हुन्छन्। यो वर्कसपले खास के दिन्छ तपाईँहरूलाई रिफ्रेसमेन्ट र पब्लिकले के पाउँछ?
अब यो वर्कसप हेड इन्जुरीको बारेमा भएकोले नेपालमा हेड इन्जुरी कति हुन्छ, के कारण हो, अनि कसरी म्यानेज गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने
विषयवस्तु लिएर राख्छ। मैले सोधौँ जस्तो अगाडि भने जस्तै नेपालमा न्युरोसर्जनको सङ्ख्या आफैमा कम, जसमध्ये पनि महिला चिकित्सकहरू अत्यन्तै कम हुने समग्र सर्जरीमा, र न्युरोसर्जरीमा तपाईँहरू 1-2 जना भन्दा हुनुहुन्छ।
अब न्युरोसर्जरी पढेर आएको चाहिँ अब 3 जना भइसक्यो।
3 जना, अनि
1 जना चाहिँ एमसिएच पढ्दै हुनुहुन्छ। उहाँ पनि चाँडै सकिन
यो महिलाहरूलाई न्युरोसर्जरीमा इन्ट्रेस्ट हुनुको एउटा कारण के हुनसक्छ? जो तपाईँहरू पास आउट भइसक्नु भएको छ, काम गरिरहनु भएको छ, र यसमा न्युरोसर्जरीतिर पढ्नै नचाहनुको कारण के हुनसक्छ?
अब न्युरोसर्जरीको कुनै बिरामीहरू होइन, आफूले सर्जरी गरेपछि ट्रिट गरेपछि एकदम पहिला हिँड्न नसकेको बिरामीहरू चाँडै हिँड्ने, आफ्नो जीवन आफैले सम्हाल्न सक्ने हुने भएकोले एकदम रमाइलो लाग्छ। त्यस्तो भयो भने फेरि कोही बिरामी चाहिँ आफूले राम्रो गर्दा पनि नराम्रो हुन्छ।
अलि रिस्क हो यो न्युरोसर्जरी?
धेरै नै
यस्तो रिस्क सर्जरी फ्याकल्टीमा तपाईँको इन्ट्रेस्ट कसरी आयो? गाह्रो छ त होइन?
गाह्रो छ होइन। अब
इन्ट्रेस्ट
मलाई इन्ट्रेस्ट चाहिँ खास डक्टर थापाले नै प्रेरणा गर्नुभएको हो
यो सेक्टरतिर।
अनि आफू पनि न्युरोसर्जरीमा काम गरेकोले यसो
हस् हस्, राम्रो गर्नुलाई धन्यवाद छ यहाँलाई।
हस्, धन्यवाद।
आदरणीय दर्शकहरू, हामीले न्युरोलोजिकल ट्रमाको बारेमा जो चितवनमा ठुलो एउटा वर्कसप भइराखेको छ, यो वर्कसपमा सहभागी हुनुभएका विभिन्न ठाउँबाट आउनुभएका न्युरोसर्जनहरूसँग हामीले अन्तर्क्रिया गरिराखेका छौँ, केही बुझ्ने कोसिस गरेका छौँ, पब्लिकलाई दिने कोसिस गरेका छौँ। वर्कसप एउटा पार्ट हो। वर्कसपबाट आउने एउटा चाहिँ जुन एउटा रिजल्ट हुन्छ, एउटा चाहिँ रिसर्च हुन्छ, त्यसले पब्लिकलाई पछिल्लो समय कसरी फेसिलिट गर्छ भन्ने महत्त्वपूर्ण पाटो हामी त्यो पाटाभित्र छलफल गरिराखेका छौँ। सम्भवतः आजको क्रिस्टल विशेषलाई हामी यहीँ टुङ्ग्याउँछौँ। दर्शकहरू, क्रिस्टल टेलिभिजनमा यहाँले क्रिस्टल विशेष हेर्दै हुनुहुन्थ्यो र हामीले अस्ट्रेलियन, एसियन र नेप्लिज सोसाइटी अफ न्युरोसर्जनद्वारा आयोजना गरेको यो 2 दिने वर्कसपको क्रिस्टल विशेषमा रहेका थियौँ। हामी यहीँ टुङ्ग्याउँछौँ। हेरेर साथ दिनुभयो, यहाँलाई धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु र क्यामेरा पर्सन आदरणीय मित्र दीपक पोखरेलजीलाई पनि धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद दिँदै म प्रस्तोता सन्दीप कुमार श्रेष्ठ बिदा हुन चाहन्छु। क्रिस्टल टेलिभिजन हेर्दै गर्नु, नमस्ते।